Morning, y'all. Melissa here, Twin Oaks Family Farm. It's December 6th, 2024, and we're really just down to egg chickens here at our small poultry farm. So we're going to go say good morning to the egg chickens, take a look at them, and it's not t-shirt weather. Not t-shirt weather in Southeast Ohio this morning, but it's going to warm up today. You can tell, I'm sure, around me we've got good strong sun coming out, so that'll feel really good. But it's about 14 degrees right now. So, but we actually up here at the chicken house with the hens see that some of them are choosing to be outside. I do hear them talking. There's some still on the roost bar. The biggest issue for us right now, we have a couple in the nest boxes. That's nice. I'm going to slip over there and catch this egg before another one jumps in to the nest box. But the biggest issue for us right now, so that was the hen that just jumped out of there. And yeah, that's consistent. That's a light brown egg. So, okay. So the biggest challenge for us right now is actually the egg production. So the one I just got out is a darker brown. That one's a really light tan. And then that hen is still sitting. That's a leghorn, so we know she'll lay a white egg. Sometimes we find eggs under there, but not right now. So just with a winter morning girls. Okay, you got anything else you want to add? So just with a winter slowdown, really, the daylight length is shorter, the temperatures here, we've gotten some cold snaps, so we see our hens reduce egg production. And actually we can see, like, this hen here, I don't know if y'all can tell it, but she's in molt. So see right in front of her tail where she's missing some feathers. We don't have roosters, so we know that's not an issue from mating. Sometimes from roosters mating with hens over time, that'll cause some of that feathering to be disrupted there. We don't have roosters, so we know when we see that in our hens that definitely molt is happening. So this is one of the hens hatched in February of 2024. So we pretty much know our youngest hens are the ones that dropped out of egg production and currently are not laying. So as far as winter conditions and doing anything different for our hens, honestly, I will tell you, we don't really do a lot different for the hens. You certainly can if you want to take extra measures in the winter with, like, maybe adding more bedding to their coop, or adding some kind of targeted warmth, or adding some kind of water heater. You certainly can do those kinds of things, or a heater for your water. You certainly can do those kinds of things. We don't do a whole lot different. We just try to make sure that we consistently cover the basic care, okay, and the basic good stewardship for the hens. So that means, making sure that feed doesn't run out, that they get their daily ration, making sure that they do have access to water in the liquid state. And that is, like today, that is something that I can see there actually is ice in their water tray, but they have it broke free. And so that this heat lamp is generating a little bit, so she just got a drink there. So they've got liquid water there. We'd like it to not be so cold, but it just is cold, so it'll run its course. But as long as here, our perspective for our hens is, as long as they have liquid water and can drink, we're gonna let it be what it is. So we can kind of position the water a little closer to where the targeted warmth is coming from the heat lamp, and that helps us. So anyway, so just, basic care, being consistent with basic care. Don't let them run out of water. Make sure they have ample food. We do see them consume feed a little heavier this time of year than they do when it's milder temperatures, but that's to be expected because they're trying to keep warm. So we do try to keep the flock block in here, and we're actually going to try some different. This flock block is a Kalmbach product, so they can pick at that. There's grain and supplement there, and they enjoy that. It's something the hens seem to really like. So we have one of those in each hen house. Oh, and I was saying we're gonna try some different treats. Recently we tried a little treat mix with mealworms in it. I think it might have been flax and mealworms, and it was by Love My Hens. I did end up finding cost on it. We paid about $9.99 for it and got it at a big chain store, but I know it can be easily ordered online. The girls like that, so we're gonna get them some new treat mixes, and we'll show y'all as we treat them with different things. Let's go over to the other building and check on the production reds. So we're actually going in the other hen house where most of the chickens here are production reds. That's what the dark red ones are right there. And these lighter ones, they're actually Isa Browns. So they're about 3 years old, and the production reds are about a year old. So they're all still laying right now at this moment. They happen to be reduced egg production, but in general, they're still laying eggs for us. So they're still in production. So we're gonna check eggs over here. So good. So we do have a couple in the nest boxes. We need to rebed the nest boxes with nest material. We're gonna hope for the best here. Yeah, that egg's good. No cracks. When the hens have kicked all the bedding material out of the nest boxes, and we get really cold weather, I get concerned that we're going to find stress cracks on the eggs from where they come out of the hen, and it's real warm because the hen's body, could be like 107 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it comes out and it contacts a cold nest box. So sometimes that can make a stress crack. So we've got an egg there too, so I'll get it when we're not recording. But this nest box, our nest boxes are homemade, so the lip here is shallower than the nest boxes in the other hen house. And so these hens constantly kick the bedding out of their nest boxes. So really, we need to maybe just add a trim piece here and deepen that box just so you can see they got their feeder knocked down over there. They do still have feed ration here, okay? So that's good. I'll set that up and get some feed in it. But we want to see, we do have some ice formed in the water, but oh yeah, this one is actually, oh no, they do have it. Okay. So now my fingers are cold, but they do have it loose here. So as long as they can get, oh my goodness, that's too funny. Looky, here's this hen standing here. And look there. There's an egg. So I'll grab it. So this is good, but I had said in the other hen house, and that's it's a green one. Okay. So it's one of these, let me find them. So probably her, the one going out the hen house opening, standing in the doorway there. So the color is kind of skewed here because the red light bulb is skewing it, but she's an Easter egger, so that's probably her green egg we just picked up. So in here they just seem to put them everywhere, so she's working on water there. Okay, so I'll work on de-icing that tray just a bit for them, but she's getting water, so that's good. So those are the main things for us. When it's super cold, we want to make sure that they have access to water and that we give them ample feed. We want to keep the basic care maintained and consistent, and we want to prioritize preventing the hens from getting wet, especially like on their feet, their combs, wattles, because as long as they're dry, we're probably not going to have a frostbite issue. There they are. That's so pretty. But it is challenging being an egg farmer in the winter, in cold weather climates, and even in warm weather climates, hens hit a molt period where their bodies, have to kind of rest and put energy into other maintenance aspects. And primarily in molting, it's to basically drop the feathers that have wear and tear on them and grow in new feathers. And so that helps the hen remain healthy. So, it comes at the cost for the egg producer, or even for, household egg consumption for flocks, being raised for that. It comes at the cost of, we have to give up a little bit of egg production to let the hen do some body maintenance during the course of the year. But we'll look for them to pick back up. But that's what we're really working against right now, is we have these hens for producing eggs for egg sales, and we were on a sales curve where we were accustomed to, full on production, just almost 100% egg production from the quantity of hens that we have. And then they kind of we got some cold snaps, and they kind of went from like full production to 75% production to 50% production to 25% production. And we saw that going on, and we were adjusting to it. But the problem was, it went just like real quick, over part of a week. And then we already had a waiting list for first availability that we were working on trying to catch up on. So now we've got caught up on that. And basically what we've had to do, we sell eggs by subscriptions. So each week, we have maybe 9 dozen obligated to subscriptions. And we may be down to just about 9 dozen, 10 dozen a week. So we've basically just explained to customers that we are prioritizing the subscription orders, which means we're filling subscriptions and we're not taking any first available orders. We're not taking any on-demand orders right now. And when egg production picks back up, we have a list of people that typically get eggs from us that will get back in touch and say, hey, egg production's looking better. Let us know if you want to order first available eggs again. But since the subscriptions are prepaid, we need to prioritize those order-wise. So that's where we're at right now with our little flock, and it is something that we're hearing from other egg producers right here in the area. So it's just part of dealing with the shortened daylight and the natural cycle, with the hen. But we know of one producer that gets close to 40, has enough chickens that typical production for that producer is close to 40 dozen a day, and they were actually like 30 dozen on a waiting list for their business. We know different egg producers just around the county here saying, if everybody's hitting the winter strike, the hens have hit the winter strike, and we're fighting to keep our egg orders filled, and doing the best that we can, and asking our customers to bear with us. And then, we got to be patient, because the cycle will come back around, and they'll be laying eggs again full on for us. And we are raising some younger hens, some Rhode Island red pullets that should be replacements. Not necessarily for this group of hens, but for the other hen house. Some of those hens are the 2.5 to 3 year olds. So we'll be ready to rehome them, and then actually pretty soon we'll need to start an additional group of pullets, so that we're always cycling younger replacement hens into our operation. But it does make it a balancing act when you're trying to sell eggs. You're raising hens, and you get used to one sales curve based on the hen's production of eggs, and then you deal with seasonal flux, and you have to adjust to the new sales curve that production will allow. So we're working through that, but we appreciate y'all supporting the channel. Let us know if you have any questions about the kinds of hens you see here, or about what we feed, or what we are planning for 2025. We sure appreciate your support, and we're done with meat birds for 2024, but we will be making plans for meat birds in 2025. So we hope you'll continue to join us, and we also hope that wherever you are, you will try to find a farmer that produces food and connect with them and source some or a lot of your food from one of your own local farmers.